Good morning, yogis. Cole here, and thank you for joining me for your morning practice. I think that it's so important the way that we choose to set the stage for the day, and using yoga as part of our wake up, as part of our morning ritual, has been of such great benefit to me. So I'm so happy to share this practice with you. So sometimes a morning ritual can look like just rolling around on the mat a little bit and breathing. And sometimes it looks like really opening. It doesn't have to look a certain way, and it normally changes. And I hope that you allow yourself that, that room to expand and to grow and explore, so that your morning practice changes rhythms as you change rhythms. So today we'll just explore opening up the body, and we'll add a little energy in here. But this will be a shorter practice, and it doesn't have to be long. It's amazing how often these shorter practices can give us just what we need, kind of like a coffee cup yoga flow. Yeah, just that boost that we need. So you can sit, let's start cross with our legs crossed. You can sit up on a block or a bolster if you'd like. I often like to do that to lift the hips up, especially in the morning. Our hips are often a little cranky in the morning, or quite tight. So whatever feels good for you right now. Close your eyes down, and just the way that I love to start on my good days, I can't say I do it every day, but on my good days is to get into a seat on my mat. And I say, hello, good morning, how are you? To myself. And take a moment to listen. So inquire within. Notice any sensations, the quality of your energy. We just practice welcoming the way that we'd like to be welcomed, with kindness. And we show up differently every day. We show up differently every hour, all the time. So this answer of how we're doing changes so often because we're constantly in flux. Our emotions, our energy, our thoughts, everything is shifting. So asking this question with curiosity, not assuming that we know, asking and listening. And let's begin to move the body. Seated cat-cow. So round the back. Sometimes I kind of like to push the thighs away just a little bit, so I have something to touch here to push into. And then inhale, pull at the knees to open up. Open the heart, open the throat. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, open. Couple more times like this. Beautiful. Right hand comes down towards the right side. Left arm reaches up and over. So we're going to reach towards the right, but the left sit bone, make it heavy. So we're rooting that down, and then spiral the heart open. On an exhale, we're gonna curl the heart down, spiral the heart down, and then plant the left hand, and then right hand crosses over. We're gonna walk all the way around to the other side until the left hand plants, the right sit bone plants, and we spiral open to the right. Beautiful. Same thing, let's switch. So curl the heart down, plant the hand. So you can take this as slow, or maybe it's like one fell swoop across the mat. But curl and open, spiral the heart. And we'll switch sides again. Deep breath. So as you open up towards one side, root that other tailbone down. Not the other tailbone, there's only one tailbone. The other sit bone, hip bone. And let's come back up to center. Let's bring the right leg out. Right hand to the left knee, and we'll just take a simple twist. And we're gonna lean over towards the right. This can be a great place for a block. Let me get one of those over here. I like to bring the elbow down, plant my head, bring the elbow down. Yeah, take my head into my hand. I was like, something about that sounds weird. Reach the arm over. Some people will be able to reach for the foot, so you can do that. Might be a little early for that. So maybe you're just opening up the body. If you're just opening up the body, then we're not trying to go towards what we did when we were really open at the end of the day, the other day, at that like 6 o'clock class. So we're just slowly opening, kind of moving at like a 50% explore. And slowly lift up, plant the left hand, put the weight into the left hand, the right arm can swoop around as you push down, and we open up maybe this cactus arm, and we'll take that around a couple times, that top arm. And sink the hips down. We'll switch sides. So we'll begin with just a simple twist over towards the right. Couple rounds of breath. Press down through the sit bones, lift through the crown of the head, so finding lots of space. Notice if this right foot wants to turn down. If that's the case, then maybe you want to close it up just a little bit. We want the external rotation of the leg. And slowly release. We'll take the side body stretch. If you've practiced with me before, you know that I love lateral stretches. Take the elbow maybe to the block if you have one, the head into the hand, right arm reaches up and over, lean back into the shoulder, spiral the heart open. And you can also root that opposite sit bone here as well. If you have low back issues, this is such a good one. It's one of my favorite stretches. I love to stay here for like three minutes or so, 3 to 5 minutes in like a yin pose. Whew. Give yourself space here. You will find some space. So we're just waking up though. We're just doing a little bit here. And slowly coming up. Right hand plants, press down. Left arm swoops around and up. And cactus the arm. And then a couple times around with that top arm. You can be as dramatic as you like. And we take a seat. Beautiful. Cross the legs. You can roll over the knees. And take a moment in, we won't do traditional cat-cow. Actually, you can do whatever you want. Do whatever feels good. I'm gonna take some big circles and feel into the cracks and the tightness. And just see what's going on. So go both directions. And then bring the knees a little bit closer to one another, and we're going to shift the hips all the way over towards the right side. Maybe this left arm comes up. Follow the gaze as you open. Plant the hand back down, lift the hips and rock them over towards the left side. Open up slowly. And plant the hands. Lift the hips. We rotate over. Slow open. Other side. And slow open and bring it down. Beautiful. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Step it out, pedal it out, make it wider than it normally is. Bring the hands, bring the feet towards the edges of the mat. Find some movement, maybe some kind of circles here like we did in cat-cow. And then we find stillness. Don't worry about alignment too much here. We're moving for sensation right now rather than geometry.
slow walk up towards the top of the mat, however many steps you'd like to get there. And inhale, halfway lift. So often we use this pose as just like, this transitory pose, but really we want to find length, crown of the head and the tailbone, and exhale, fold. So every time you fold forward, like we do when we're in seated pose, imagine like seated forward fold, that you can bring the heart closer to the feet. Inhale, press into the shins, lift halfway up, find space, and then exhale, fold even more down. Again, inhale, halfway lift, plant the hands onto the shins, and exhale, fold. Separate the feet if they're not already, and then bend the knees and find some shaking. It looks weird, it feels amazing. And slowly, incrementally, you're gonna press down so much through the feet that the torso begins to lift. Once you get about halfway up, then begin to lengthen the tailbone down and make it really heavy. And continue to shake. Yes, it does look weird. I'm the one on camera, so don't be shy. And slowly come all the way up and continue the shake. So really kind of getting out any stagnant energy, getting some life force, some vibration into the body, some prana. You shrug the shoulders up and back a few times and slow it down into Tadasana, mountain pose. So move forward and back on the heels, maybe pick up the heels and then pick up the toes. Whew, went a little bit too far. Move side to side. Just explore. And let's do a little bit more of this outside the box yoga stuff. Bring the feet wider. Bring the knees, bend the knees more. We're gonna take just some big circles with the hips. So go one big circle to the right and then move it around to the other side. So this is kind of getting into the knees and the ankles and the hips because we're changing like the flexion and the extension on both. Beautiful. And then begin to bring the arms up and out. Maybe even arch the back a little bit. Beautiful. And then just wiggle in different ways and make it a little bit bigger. So kind of just move some things around here. Non-linear, so if you find yourself in a pattern, then do something different. Often this can be such a good way to get into the body just by making these really strange movements, because to move the body in new ways, we find things that we didn't find before if we weren't ever looking. A couple more movements, and we'll come into Tadasana, top of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we'll take a big step back with the left foot. And we're gonna come into Crescent Lunge. So the legs are not gonna be in one line, they're gonna be separate. We're gonna bend the knees, find buoyancy as we come up. So again, we're not looking for a correct geometry alignment so much as we are looking at sensation. So we have a little bit of buoyancy here. Exhale, bring the arms back, and inhale, lift up. Exhale, wave back, and inhale, lift up once more. Exhale, wave back. Inhale, wave up, and exhale, warrior two. So maybe you separate the feet just a little bit more. Inhale, star pose. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes in, the arms come up, soft bend into the knees, Skandasana, back of the mat. So this isn't gonna be really deep because we're just getting started here for our day. Turn the toes out a little bit, and we're gonna bring the hands down. So we're just getting into this back hip, but we're gonna just get there gently, and then move into the front hip. So you can begin to come a little bit lower if you'd like, but just move from side to side. Maybe we go a little bit deeper on the other side. Turn towards the top of the mat. Take a big step up. Left foot meets the right. And exhale, fold forward. Beautiful. Big step back, right foot. Buoyancy in the knees. Pull back on the left hip crease a little bit. We just want the hips square. And then roll up. Arms lift. Buoyancy in the legs. Exhale, wave the hands back. Just getting some movement in the torso. Inhale, lift. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, lift. Once more. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And then open up. Warrior two. Beautiful. Star pose, press down into the front leg. Turn the left toes in. Turn the right toes out. We're going to come into a skandasana, maybe lower this time. Or maybe not. Maybe you still stay high. But if you want to come in lower, then you can. And then we'll come to the back of the mat, to the top of the mat. You can take your time or move a little bit more with breath. It's really a personal preference. If you tend to always go quicker, maybe go a little slower just to break up the pattern, and vice versa. And then we'll meet at the top of the mat. Let's go back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, wave forward, plank pose. And exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Let's come into Sphinx Pose. Plant the forearms down. Separate the feet a little bit wider. Lengthen the tailbone back. Press the pubic bone down into the ground. Roll the shoulders back. Bring the heart center forward. We're just staying here for a moment. Opening the heart. Pressing down through the forearms. One more inhale. And exhale. Bring the chest down. The hands wrap around behind the back. Grab the hands. Shoulders roll back. Press down through the tops of the feet. Press down through the pubic bone as you lift the heart up. The tailbone is reaching down towards the toes. And we're not cranking the back of the neck up. It's long as well. Shoulders moving away from the ears. Just engaging, lighting up, waking up the back of the body. And exhale, plant the hands, child's pose. Beautiful. And slowly roll up, and we're sitting on the knees. We're going to shift the hips over towards the left, and the right foot will kind of go into the left foot. Like the arches will kind of go over. And we're going to take the right hand to the outside of the left knee and take a twist. Option to take this a little bit deeper, and you can wrap the left hand around the back. And if you still would like to go a little bit deeper, then you can take the right ear towards the right shoulder, and you'll get an opening as well on the left side of the neck. Feels quite nice. And slowly release. And we'll switch sides, so just shift the toes over towards the other side. Sit the hips back down, and then we take a twist, and you can stay right here. Maybe you begin to take the left hand or the right hand, wrap it around. You can grab onto
Kind of grab onto your pants or your shirt if you'd like. Roll the shoulders back. Be sure you're not collapsing. And then bring the left ear towards the left shoulder and get an opening, big opening on the right side. I like to turn my left hand around and to push kind of into the knee. You can do it with either one, but for some reason the back of the hand feels better for me. This feels so good. And especially in my neck. And slowly release. Beautiful. Coming back into a seat. So this was quite an energetic morning practice. Sometimes you want to wake up and get some energy in the body. Sometimes you want to wake up super, super slow and investigate. Let me encourage you to investigate either way. But just so you know that you remember and employ so many different styles into your routine. It doesn't have to look a certain way, and I encourage you to explore movement, to explore how your day goes when you move with more energy in the morning. How does your day go when you move really slow and you're more listening? It's all an experience, an experiment. Well, it's an experience, and it's an experiment in experience. And the more we can listen, learn to listen, the deeper into that experience we are, the more present we are. So thank yourself for showing up this morning, setting the stage for your day, the architecture, foundation for your day. Thank you for letting me be part of your practice. Bring your hands together, thumbs at the third eye. And we bow forward to seal this practice. And people from all over the world, we have a worldwide tribe here. I'm so grateful for you. So from all of us at YOGATX and me, Cole Chance, we bow forward. Ciao. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. See you next time on your mat. Lots of love. And if you want to find out more about me, colechanceyoga.com. All the things are there. See you next time.